Hello everyone. Today we'll start important terms related to movement of water. We started this chapter absorption of water by root. We will have discussion of few important terms which are related to movement of water. These terms you must have done already. We will have only a brief discussion of these terms. Let's take one by one. First one is imbibition. Try to understand, all my dear students. We have two kinds of phenomena. There is one absorption AB and there is one adsorption AD. We have a huge difference between these two. When we talk about adsorption, then we talk about imbibition. So it is adsorption. Adsorption by the surface. Now we'll discuss about what is the reason behind adsorption. We have reasons behind every biological phenomena. We'll discuss about the reason behind adsorption. I taught you two kinds of nature of the substances, nature of the molecules, that is hydrophilic, and the second one is hydrophobic. So we'll take about hydrophilic. Hydrophilic. Hydro means water. And this word philic means loving. This is the nature of the certain substances who are water loving. It means whenever they get water, they can attract water towards themselves. That is the nature. They love water. And we know that whenever we love anyone, we are attracted or we can attract. That is the natural tendency. Okay? You know about love. So this is hydrophilic nature. Whenever we have any substances who are having this nature, hydrophilic nature, it can attract water towards them. That is adsorption, not absorption. And whenever we have that adsorption, the process is known as imbibition. That is the simple definition. Now we'll have to discuss about the examples of the imbibition. When we have examples of the imbibition, we have the commonest example starts from our home. We are taking gram. You must have taken. You should observe at that time. You should have observed. So first of all, we put gram into water so that it can take water, and we have a change in their taste as well as change in the state also. It means it was hard and after soaking water it is becoming soft so that we can take easily. Now we should observe what are the changes which are happening inside the seed and how water can enter into the gram seed. So it is the process of imbibition. When we have that one, any seed, gram seed, so we know that gram seeds are having a covering, and inside the covering we have the proteins. Grams are the source of proteins. We are getting proteins from the gram, and proteins are having hydrophilic in nature. It means they are attracting water towards them. So whenever we put gram into the water, the surface of the gram, which is rich in protein, it starts attracting, and when it attracts, water can enter inside the seed, and then we have the increase of volume of the seed, and the nature of seed is also changing. That is imbibition. Common example, you must have observed in rainy season, the doors of your home who are exposing towards outside, getting water, getting moisture, they start swelling, and when they swell, we cannot close properly. That is due to imbibition. That wood surface is also having that water loving tendency. It means hydrophilic in nature. So that is also imbibition. I hope you have understood about imbibition. I gave you a commonest example. You should remember only this terminology, that is hydrophilic nature. Hydro means water and philic is the biological word which tells about love. And whenever we have love for someone or somebody or something, we are attracted. Now we have a two term. There is one water potential and there is one metric potential. Water potential we represent by psi m, and metric potential we represent by, it is psi w and it is psi m. This is the representation. This psi is for potential and this w is for water, this m is for metric. So what do you mean by potential, my dear students? Potential means capacity. This word is for the capacity. We often say he has potential. It means he has capacity to do work. He has capacity to perform well. That is the meaning of the potential. When we talk about water potential, so what is the potential of water to move from one place to another place? That is potential. And when we talk in another way, that water can dissolve, it is also the potential of water. Then metric potential. Metric means space. Metric means space. When there is a space inside the seed, then water can enter only. Okay. When there is a space inside the heart, then person can come inside the heart, then we have the feeling of love. So when there is no space, there is no entry. It's common. And some people, they have too much space in heart, they can have many entries. So when we have this metric potential is telling about the space where water can enter. Okay everyone? And water potential is telling about water can move. So these two terms are very important to understand the intensity of imbibition. Suppose water potential is there but there is no metric potential. Already this place has filled, already heart has filled, there is no place for any other, so no one can come. So same thing is applying here. Already the place has been filled, water cannot enter then. It means after absorbing a certain amount of water, then we will not have entry of more water because metric potential is becoming less. Water potential, if we have metric potential but water potential is less, water cannot move, then will not have entry of water into the seeds. So these are the two terms regarding imbibition. I hope you have understood. Next we have a diffusion. Very common, very common term for you. Diffusion is the movement of the substances from higher concentration to lower concentration. It means that liquid, gas and solid, it can diffuse. It means it can move from higher concentration to lower concentration. This is the simple definition of diffusion, and we will not have any kind of medium. So it is having in all three states. It means liquid, solid and gases. So what is the definition of the diffusion? movement of molecule from higher concentration to lower, concentration to lower concentration. This is the definition of diffusion. Movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration, and all three states of matter is having diffusion. It means liquid can diffuse, solid can diffuse, and gases can diffuse. Now it depends upon the intensity of movement. There are various factors. We have that one, high and slow rate of diffusion, and it depends upon the molecules interaction. When we observe gases, they have a high tendency of diffusion. They diffuse faster, and we have a big reason. What is the reason? That attraction between two gaseous molecules are less, and space in between two gaseous molecules are more. Due to less in attraction, obviously space will increase. That is happening. That is the reason behind gaseous molecules are diffusing faster, and because solid molecules, they are tightly packed and the intermolecular space is very low, is very high. That is why they are tightly packed. That's why the rate of diffusion is slow and liquid is intermediate condition. So that is the intensity of diffusion is dependent upon the distance between two molecules, attraction between two molecules. So you know that solid molecules, when we take about example of solids, molecules are tightly packed. They have a very less distance, attraction is more, and that's why it is difficult to move from one place to another place easily, but they can diffuse. Okay, then we will have the next one, osmosis. So the definition is same, higher to lower, higher concentration to lower concentration, but there is a medium. What is the medium? Through semi-permeable membrane. Through semi-permeable membrane. That is the important highlight of osmosis. There is the presence of the medium, that is semi-permeable membrane, and osmosis is happening only in the case of the liquid. There should be the presence of the medium, but you need to focus on what is moving. Solvent molecules are moving from higher concentration to lower concentration. It means when we take any example of osmosis, there should be the semi-permeable membrane, and the molecule of solvents are moving from higher concentration to lower concentration. That is the concept you need to understand. So whenever we have any kinds of questions, you should focus on the concentration of the solvent, and when you focus on the concentration of solvent, you can get the movement, because osmosis is higher concentration to lower concentration. The movement of the solvent molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane, it is known as osmosis. We have two kinds of movements. See that one, endo. Endo means inside, end, that is inside, and osmosis. And exo means outside. When water, solvent, we can use water as well as solvent, both terms. So when solvent is moving from outside to inside, that process is known as endoosmosis. And when water is moving from inside to outside, that process is known as exosmosis. Simple one. Take the examples of the graphs. So whenever we have three kinds of solution, we'll discuss in the next video types of solution. So what we are getting, that one shrinked seed, when we put into the pure water, it will take water. So when there is an entry of water inside that, we have endosmosis. And when we put any soilen seed into a solution where water is less and solute is more, the water is coming out from the seed. It means coming out from inside, that is exosmosis. So these are the few important terms we discussed. We'll continue these important terms and we'll discuss about three kinds of solution and two important processes. After the discussing of the important types of solutions, we will have, based on the endosmosis and exosmosis, we will have the discussion of plasmolysis and deplasmolysis. So we'll continue in the next video. Till then, you should go through all these points what we discussed. Next video I will give you again few important terms related to movement of water with explanation of the types of solution. Meantime, goodbye.